What's good, y'all? My name's Malachi, and I'm a nursing student at the University of Calgary. Today, I'm going to share some tips on applying to nursing school, the exact habits that got me accepted into three of my top schools in Canada, and these are things I wish I had known earlier, and hopefully, they'll make the process way easier for you. And also, forgive the audio quality. I am recording this on my MacBook, but do enjoy the background gameplay of Red Dead Redemption. I'm not really big on showing my face, to be honest. So the first step is knowing application dates and deadlines, which is very important. So this does sound pretty obvious, but you would be surprised on how many people do overlook it. So make a list of all the schools that you want to apply to. Then before you do anything else, check their academic schedule and their important dates. So most schools post when applications open and close, and some schools even accept students on a first come first served basis when they apply. So this means you could still get rejected to your school even if you do have amazing grades just because someone applied earlier than you. So it's best to apply as early as possible or as soon as applications open. Other schools, on the other hand, might use a lottery system, so it does leave your admission partly up to chance. So the second thing I take into consideration is keeping your options open. So applications can be extremely unpredictable. Have at least 5 to 10 schools on your list that you want to apply to. So there is a huge shortage of nurses in Canada and all around the world as well. So applications to a bunch of nursing schools are going up as people do see the job stability and the job opportunities that are in nursing. But schools only have so many seats and they can only take so many students. So please don't gamble everything that you have on one dream school. At the end of the day, most nursing schools in Canada and in the United States as well are accredited by the same governing bodies and they follow very similar curriculums. So where you go doesn't usually matter for your future job prospects if that is your main concern. The main difference between these schools and their prestige is how the learning is structured. So some schools have a more hands-on approach, while other schools are more research focused, or some schools are a balanced mix of both research and hands-on. The third step is knowing your GPA and the academic requirements for the school. Seeing GPA cutoffs for certain schools can be intimidating, but if you fall short, it doesn't always mean that you're out of luck and you're not getting admission. These numbers fluctuate every year depending on how competitive the applicant pool is, but there are still minimum standards that you have to meet. The earlier you do know these requirements, the better, and ideally figure them out a year before you go into your final year of high school so you can choose your courses strategically. For me, this planning paid off, and my last semester of high school was actually pretty relaxed. Some of my friends were also stressing heavily due to the course loads because they didn't look up their courses beforehand. The fourth step is your Casper test. So not all Canadian nursing schools require a Casper test, but many Canadian nursing schools do require one. So the Casper test is basically a test that measures your problem solving and critical thinking skills in random scenario. And to be honest, there isn't much point in over prepping or try to memorize perfect responses for a Casper test because what matters is that you show your empathy and your humanity in these tests while you consider different perspectives and you don't let your biases shine through. I went into my Casper test with almost no prep. I wouldn't say zero prep. I did still have general understanding of the layout of the test. And in the end, I did score fourth quartile, which is a pretty good score. I don't recommend winging it like I did, but I'd suggest familiarizing yourself with a structure and practicing how you naturally respond to tough situations. The last step is keeping your grades up. This is the most important step. Studying doesn't naturally come to everyone, so you need to find strategies that actually work for you. For me, cutting distractions was huge. My favorite method was microloading studying instead of cramming, so I studied in small chunks every day. So at the start of the year, I started with studying 15 minutes a day. Then I eventually worked myself up to studying 30 minutes a day. And eventually, I was studying a whole hour a day after school, which added up to 5 hours a week. And this felt way more manageable than pulling 5 hour sessions before exams the day before. And please manage your screen time. This is very important. If you are spending 6 hours a day or more on your phone, that's nearly a quarter of your day gone just looking at your phone. So you don't need to cut out your screen completely, but swap some of that time for studying. Like if you can spend 6 hours on your phone, you can spend half an hour studying. So that's all the steps I had in this video, guys. Thank you for watching so much. I will try to post more videos in this style if you guys are into it. So please let me know in the comments. And if you did like this video, please hit that like button and subscribe. It really does help my channel. So I wish you guys all the best on your journey and have a blessed day.